Alright, for this question, a woman travelling in a car with a velocity of 72 kilometers per hour notices an injured cat 35 meters away on the road directly ahead of her. She takes this much seconds to react, and the car can decelerate at a constant rate of 6 meters per second squared. We have to calculate, first of all, the distance travelled by the car before the woman reacts. So with this question, it already splits it up for you. Before the reacts, distance travelled by the car while it is decelerating, so after reacted, so it kind of sets it out for you. So if you encounter this sort of question where you gotta figure out if it crashes or if it doesn't crash, this is what you do before it reacts, after it reacts, because you gotta consider the reaction time, and then lastly you gotta figure out if it stops before hitting the cat or not. So let's take that slowly. Right, so my velocity initial is going to be 72 kilometers per hour, which I'm going to divide by 3.6 to convert it to meters per second. Which is 20 meters per second. Right, I've also got my what have I got? I have got my distance travelled as my question mark. My time is 0.13 because that's how long it takes for her to react. So let's give that a go. So my equation is V equals S over T, so that's just what I use. And I can rearrange that to S equals V times T. So I simply go S equals 20 times 0.13, which is 2.6 meters. So before she even reacts, she actually travels 2.6 meters. Now, B, calculate the distance traveled by the car while it is decelerating, meaning after it reacts, because once it starts, starts to press on the brakes and decelerate. So my acceleration is decelerating, so that's -6 meters per second squared. What have I got? My velocity initial is 20 meters per second because I calculated it up in part A. My S is the question mark. And what else do I have? My B should be 0 because, hopefully at the end of it, at the V final, I want the acceleration to be, the velocity to be 0. I don't want the car to be moving anymore. So hopefully we can see that T is missing from my facts. So that will be this one, and I use that equation. Just write it down first. Alright, so let's sub those values in. My V squared equals, that's 0 squared equals V naught squared, which is 20 squared plus 2 lots of -9. My bad. I was used to writing -9.8, but it's actually -6. And my S is my question mark. So I'm going to move this one to the other side. So 12S is 400 because 2nt squared is 400. So my S is simply 400 divided by 12, which is 33.3 meters. So that's how much it travels. So in total, total travel is, before reaction plus after. So let's add those up. So I've got 2.6 meters from before, and then I've got 33.3 meters from after. If I add those two together, I actually get 35.9, and unfortunately the cat is only 35 meters away, so unfortunately cat gets hit by the car. Very unfortunate question. Okay. Calculate the total time taken for the car to stop. Alright, so we're trying to look for the time, okay. What can we use? We know that my V final is going to be 0. My V initial was at 20. What else? My acceleration, I calculated it to be -6. No, actually, so that was a fact. So we are missing a factor S there, so I use missing value S, which is that one. So hopefully we're used to using our equation. So just chuck those values in. Oh, again, 0, 20 plus minus 6t. So 6t is 20, so my t must be 20 over 6, which should be 3.33 seconds. So that's how long it took to car to stop.